Welcome to This Explainer. If you're gearing up for class and want to absolutely nail our latest case study, well, you've found the perfect video. Today, we're diving deep into a really fascinating audition interview with an actor named Daniel. We're going to read between the lines, and to make this story really pop so you're completely ready for class, I'm going to actually shift voices a bit. I'll use a mature, analytical tone for our interviewer and a bright, youthful energy for Daniel. It's going to be a fun narrative, so let's get into it. Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with Daniel chasing the Hollywood dream, then we'll look at his views on being a versatile actor, check out his research on schools, test his growth mindset, and finally wrap up with his profile summary.
Section 1. Chasing the Hollywood Dream, Setting the Stage. Picture this. You're sitting in a tense audition room. The interviewer peers over their glasses and asks in this very serious, probing voice, "Okay, so how do you imagine your future career as an actor?" It sounds like a basic question, right? But it's totally designed to instantly reveal Daniel's ultimate endgame.
So, shifting to Daniel's perspective, he doesn't even miss a beat. He leans in, super eager, and says, well, my dream scenario would be to play leading roles in movies. He isn't picturing a quiet life doing background work. No way. He wants the red carpet, the flashing cameras, the whole shebang. It's a massive, audacious dream.
But the interviewer, they don't let him off that easy. They push back with a bit of skepticism. Okay, and do you think that's a realistic goal? Daniel takes a breath, grounds himself, and replies, I realize things might not go as planned. I mean, there's no guarantee I'll end up in Hollywood, even if I'm extremely talented, but I'm confident that I'll have some level of success. He knows the golden road to Hollywood is tough, but he's already eyeing alternative paths like theater. He's pragmatic for sure, but his confidence, totally unshaken.
Moving right along to Section 2, the versatile actor, defining the craft.
Now the interviewer tries to test his artistic depth. They say, but a lot of actors are famous for playing a particular type of role. They basically want to see if Daniel is okay being a one-note celebrity. But Daniel pushes right back against that, arguing that the true greats can play absolutely anything.
And he delivers this great line. True, but the very best actors can play any type of character, in my opinion. It's like the interviewer is suggesting the path of a cookie-cutter star, always the same shape. But Daniel absolutely refuses that. He wants to be the clay, constantly shifting and molding himself into whatever the art demands. He doesn't just want fame, he wants true mastery of the craft.
He keeps that passion going, admitting, my ultimate goal is to be in that category. I may not succeed, but there's no harm in trying. I mean, that's like standing at the bottom of a massive mountain. He knows the peak of versatility is a crazy hard climb, but hey, trying is free, right? He has the raw courage to just go for it.
All right, Section 3. Researching the right school, doing the homework. The interviewer switches gears here. I see. Okay, let's move on to your training. Why did you choose this school in particular? Daniel gets super enthusiastic again and says, I heard it was the best. Also, one of my friends studied here and said you had a fantastic program. Now, word of mouth is great, but as we'll see, Daniel didn't just blindly follow a recommendation.
Nope, he outlines a really rigorous research strategy. He didn't just rely on hearsay, he actually read absolutely everything on the school's website and then grilled his friend on all the specifics, the classes, the teaching styles, the faculty, literally leaving no stone unturned.
He tells them, I read everything on your website and asked my friend lots of questions about the school, the classes, the teachers, everything. And honestly, it pays off big time. The interviewer drops the tough act for a second and just gives a simple nod of approval. That's good. In a high-stakes audition, getting a simple "that's good" is a massive victory. It just goes to show that preparation earns respect.
Section 4. Embracing a growth mindset, the ultimate test.
Here's where the interviewer drops a classic trap. Now, I see you have a lot of experience in school and community theater. How open are you to learning new things, to forgetting some of the things you know, and starting again? It's a request to wipe the chalkboard completely clean. They want to know, is his ego too big? Can he erase his bad habits and just be a beginner again?
And Daniel completely nails it. Without getting defensive at all, he says, well, I see no reason why I can't handle that. On the contrary, I think it would do me a lot of good. That is the exact definition of a growth mindset. He doesn't view unlearning as a loss. He sees it as necessary pruning so he can grow robust, powerful new roots.
Finally, Section 5. Daniel's profile summary, the interviewer's notes.
Let's unpack the big takeaways here.
The interviewer noted 4 distinct traits for Daniel, and they map perfectly to the quotes we just practiced. First, he's confident. He literally said, "I'm confident that I'll have some level of success." Second, he's versatile because he firmly believed I can play different characters, not just one kind of role. Third, he's open-minded, shown by how he researched and wanted to try everything. And fourth, the biggest one, willing to grow. When asked to unlearn things, he said it would do him a lot of good. Tying these traits directly to the dialogue really locks in the whole subtext of this interview for you.
So, to wrap up this explainer, I've got a question for you to chew on before class. Look at those 4 traits again. Confident, versatile, open-minded, and willing to grow. Which one of those do you think is the absolute most crucial for success in any new endeavor, whether it's acting or business or just life in general? Think about it, bring your absolute best arguments to class, and I guarantee you're going to have an amazing discussion. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.